Man, Jayden Daniels and Michael Penix, I think, especially Jayden Daniels, I think he showed out so while he's the rookie of the year and also already sort of one of those top quarterbacks. And I think Michael Penix really showed the reason why they done already made the switch. I was like from Kirk Cousins and why they basically got their quarterback. Uh, I was like, man, I was like, it's one of them things where it's like you look at both offenses, you look at the quarterbacks, and the running game. I was like, the running game was really popular for both of them. I think Brian Robinson did a really good job of, and I was like, they had a couple other dudes who I didn't. I was like, not Nichols or whatever, and then like some other dude. I was like some junior guy or whatever. But I was like, I think they did a really good job running the ball. And Bijan Robinson, I was like, it, Tyler Huntley is a really good running back, and the fact that they basically just gave him a couple carries just to be like, hey, we don't want to tire out Bijan, or we about to run, or we about to run the ball with Bijan. I think is a real testament considering that Tyler had been like 1,000 yard back and stuff like that. They could basically been Sonic and Knuckles version of themselves, but Bijan has just been that dominant that I was like he just got in the role. Um, I do think that Michael Penix, you could see where just like he just had to have the game time of playing, where it was just like I was like he's a very accurate thrower and he like and he could really thread the needle with the ball, but there were a couple passes where not that first interception you could just tell like there was something wrong with where the route was supposed to go. I was like he missed Drake London on like a post route that I feel like the next time around he should have hit. I think he also missed Drake London. I think he missed him probably thinking they flipped the play and then he was going it the other way as well too, where it was like he would have gave him a chance uh, with like a jump ball situation as well. But there was also the one where he threw it on a line in the middle of the field in between three defenders, and the dude should have called it. And he didn't. Because he just got hit and he just didn't catch it. But I think you can see the fluidity of how the offense moves. I was like, just the fact that I think it's well. I was like, I mean, like you should help it'll help the run game just because I was like Michael Penix isn't a runner. He's not going to run. You've seen that he didn't run at all, even though like when there was times where it's like, oh, if this was anybody else, we might have expected um, that. But the fact that he can move so like way better than Kirk, I was like that. It's not like he's giving the threat that is going to be the run. It's just the fact of how he could get the ball to Bijan in a way that is like I was like that he can get off and go with the razor. He ain't gotta be so close. He ain't gotta stop a certain type of way. I was like they was able to do. They pulled out some of those wildcat plays just because I was like one of them for disaster, one of them that worked. But I was like you gonna only do that if you got Penix in there. Can't really do that with like Kirk. Like not the way they set it up. Um, I was like, and the Falcons defense played really well for like a good portion of the game. To the fact that like it basically left Jayden Daniels to the point where he really had to kill him with his legs. He really had to run the ball for the I was like for the majority of the game to really get them going. But I do also think Atlanta left some. I was like I think they had Washington in a way. Not saying that they was going to beat them, but I thought they would have been able to get a good lead a couple of times or whatever. But that they just wasn't able to get with the momentum or whatever. But I think that there was a good showing of Penix. I was like, in a loss. I was like, he had his team basically going down the field and working to win or whatever. And plus, I was like, and I think you also see the difference on the out routes where he's able to just throw it to the sideline and that placement of the ball, like him over here throwing it to Kyle Pitts and for the touchdown, I was like to tie the game. Um, I will say too that I was like, I know we say Atlanta got a lot of these weapons: Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Uh, I like B. John Robinson. I said Tyler Algier as a backup. They got like Darren Mooney and Ray McLeod. I was like, those are some like good 3-4 receivers. But it doesn't feel that way. I was like, I don't know that because Kyle Pitts don't. I was like, he don't really pop off how he needs to. I was like, I don't know that because Drake. I was like, I don't know. They just gotta get more seasoning with it or whatever. That Drake London's really like just a possession guy. Most. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. It just doesn't look as fluid as it needs to be. Like the weapons that's there don't seem as flashy of a tool set as it needs to be Whereas Jayden Daniels over here, I was like over here, I was like, dang, he's over here working with basically two slot receivers as his main receivers. Um, I was like with Zacchaeus and Jamison Crowder. Cause they were pretty much locking down McLaurin the whole game. That's why I said he really ain't have no choice but to run the ball. So yeah, but I was like, Atlanta still got a shot, but that's only if the Bucks lose. But Washington made it in, and I was like, cool, because I was like, well, I wanted Atlanta to get in as well too. I was like, yeah, but I want Washington to get in. I think they can make a real upset. Speaking of that, my Dolphins won. I did not really expect that. I was like, I only really sort of was able to catch highlights of it. Tyler Huntley seemed like he had a way better game than he did when he was playing in the beginning of the season, but that's to expect it because they just threw him in at the very beginning of the season, where it's like now he's had weeks in order to get the playbook, and he sort of showed that, hey, he can play and how good he did when he was also with the Ravens as well. Which is like good. I was like, we're still in this race. I was like, I didn't need Denver to lose, but for some reason, because I was like, dude, we're not gonna play again. I was like, at this point, I was like, I mean, yeah, if he can go, I know the whole football rule, but at the same time, I'm like, at the end of the season, he's always hurt. Just let Tyler just keep playing. Just let Snoop DOQB just do it. That's all. Like, just go ahead and let him play. I was like, we'll see how we go over there. I was like, we play the Jets, and I was like, the offense looked like it's all yeah. So the shot, but if we don't get in, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, it's gonna be Bengal City from here after that. I was like, oh, if they get in. So I was like, yeah. I was like, the Dolphins don't get in, which I mean, that's why I said I was like, why play two? I was like, why play two if also the off chance that you get into the playoffs or whatever like that. I don't know. It's a real tricky bag. It's really weird. I didn't think we would have a shot at all or whatever, but it's just between us and Bengals. I don't really care about the Broncos. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Till then, peace. I'm out.